All right, and here we are, the Commissioner's Corner, number 25, Power Rankings for this season, number 2, sponsored by our big time corporate sponsor, Nojo Promo. Nojo does all our stuff for us. Nojo does, our t-shirts, our game shirts, our jerseys, and a big upgrade this season. We
Stepped up
upgraded,
his game.
we stepped up our game for this season, MSL adult basketball, great swag for our kids this season, and upgraded jerseys for them as well. So love our Nojo promo. Yet, what's
Yeah,
going on,
but
Yet?
yeah, but first of all, the guys love the stuff. By the game you saw, I posted the thing with Nissy. Guys are very into the shirts. Upgraded. They look great. They really do. And guys like it when there's new stuff. Guys
Yeah.
like. What's up with me? I'm gonna
Nojo
ask out you.
promo, Nojo promo. I mean, this is all Nojo promo stuff. So we love his stuff,
Right,
and
you're
we
there.
love working together with him.
I'm gonna ask you first how you're doing because you were in Florida. We all know that. We saw the video. You were in Florida. Tell me about Florida while I was freezing my hiney off
You
here.
know what? It was cold. It was cold. It was great. I got to
Poor
see.
thing. What was it?
Um,
What, 30, 40? Oh, poor thing.
it was cold. Yes, it was cold. You know what? I still didn't get it on Shabbos. I
What's that?
still,
Were you able to go to shul?
still made it to shul. There were some players that I know were staying in my area. I didn't see them, but they claimed they davened in the
I heard
9:30
that.
meeting. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to ask much more, but we got to see a lot of. Oh, and who do
Whoa!
we got here?
Hey,
Naftali
wow.
Abramchik from No Joe Promo. Naftali, we were just raving about your jerseys, the upgraded adult basketball jerseys, the kids sweatshirts, the upgraded kids jerseys, our sweatshirts, our caps, all Nojo promo. What is going on? What's happening, Naftali, from
Baruch
Nojo
Hashem.
promo?
Hope everybody's keeping warm in those sweatshirts this Shabbos.
Ah, I never took off the
Uh,
sweatshirt to Shabbos.
crazy.
I wore it to shul.
Yeah, you.
Listen, you know what? I think these are nice Shabbos sticker sweatshirts. The black
Correct. They're
sweatshirt.
classy. They're
They're
classy.
they're yeah, 100%. You can have everybody who's sitting around in school like that. That's not a problem.
All right. So
So
Naftali Abramchik, as you said, of Nojo Promo, long sponsor, basically just about from the get-go of MSL. Naftali's been here. We just talked about how you upgraded your game this year. Big time upgrade the game. I was telling Ezzy at this week when they got their shirts for the Thursday night games, everybody was like, wow, guys, huge upgrade. We love this stuff. It's really good. It looks good. First of all, Naftali, tell us about your background, how you got into. I know you're a huge sports guy. Ezzy, he was your winning pitcher,
Me
right?
and
right,
me and me and Neftali
we
were
got it. We
teammates
got it.
on our
Oh,
RSK championship team 2 seasons ago. We'll make a comeback this year, but yeah, definitely a great
yeah.
teammate, great pitcher.
A division this year. A division.
You know what? We know what
Well,
we
we
are.
didn't win, so yeah,
Well,
you gotta know your place. You
well,
gotta
Naftali might have Uri Adler on his team. Just saying.
no.
You know what?
Whoa.
Me and Naftali, at our age, we're happy. Me and Naftali are happy to compete at our age in Tier 2. We were
I'm
thrilled.
older even, right? Yeah, yeah. We're happy to be there. We're playing with 20-year-olds. It's and then the 20-year-olds need a rest, right? And we're still going out there for 3, 4 games in a row. And then the 20-year-olds, it happens in basketball all the time. I'm sitting there waiting for everybody to start, and these 20-year-olds are gasping for breath. And us 50-year-olds because we also don't run up and down the court like they do. That's a different
we
story.
we play like LeBron James does now. We stay on one side.
Right. We don't play defense?
Exactly.
Did he ever play defense?
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah.
He played
Hey.
defense.
Yeah.
So now, tell us how you got into Nojo Promo.
So, so first of all, by the way, Ezzy and I were in yeshiva together. This is in
I
Taiwan,
was in
going
yeshiva. I
back
did
like
spend some time.
30,
I did spend
30,
some time
30
in
years ago or
yeshiva.
so, more.
Wow. Ezzy,
And
so
and
true. You did go to yeshiva.
A little for a few minutes a day.
and Yitz and I, interestingly, before we knew each other, almost crossed paths numerous times, right? You were in Irvington, Yitz.
Yes, yes, yes.
It must have been his times when I was there. We just,
It was.
uh, you
I
know,
was by the Whitemans. If you remember the Whitemans,
hmm
Apashinsky's.
yeah.
I came up there, played ball on that outdoor basketball court out there on Friday afternoons. So yeah, yeah.
And
So
then we both played in
Irv,
the same.
Irv.
We also played in the same football game Sunday mornings in Marine Park, just different times.
That's crazy stuff. Yeah, yeah. Wow,
That's
wow.
it. That's that's
I played with
that's
Abe.
great. right. That's how we actually met
Correct.
because A brought you into the fantasy baseball league, and
Actually, I was in the
that's how we
fantasy
met.
baseball. I got kicked out of the league, so just saying.
Well, well,
We're not
well.
going there.
Yeah, we won't go there. We don't want anyone to. Okay, how do I got to Nojo Promo? So this goes back almost 20 years. I was I was a oh my college. Let me fix my collar. I gotta look good for the guy. I was selling paper. Okay, paper wholesale. That's what I was doing for a living, and we sold to printers and copy shops, etc. And then when we went out of business, I went to work for one of the printers for about a half a year and they weren't doing any promo stuff. They were, I mean, a small 5%, not even 5% of their business. It was 95 to 100% almost. They did it as a favor for their customers, as far as I can see. Then I started working someplace else for a year, and then I said, you know what? This is let me. It was right by. Remember the 2008 crash?
Oh yeah.
The how's the yeah
Most
the
of our
so they
viewers, most of our viewers don't. They were just born then. But
right. But the mortgage guys remember it, that's for sure. The real
yes.
estate guys remember it. That's and then I started working on my own and doing promotional items. I said, hey, you know what? This is something. I was actually working for an office supply place, and I said, hey, let's do promotional items. And they started it, and they said, nah. Even though years later now Staples does it, and before, and that's when I started doing it and working for myself. Working for yourself is a great thing. I recommend it for everybody um,
We all could.
if you
No,
could.
when I
But
got into the baseball, the fancy baseball league he's talking about, he didn't have a name. His name was Nojo. Everybody's calling him Nojo. We also have a guy named Peachy. So I don't know,
yeah.
but his name was Nojo, and that's all I
So
know
wait,
about is Nojo.
yeah, but happens to be that's how Nojo came about. My father used to call me Nojo. 'Cause my name's Naftali Yosef. So as a kid, my
Oh.
nickname was Nojo. So when I
Nacho, I know
started,
that.
well, Joseph started, and in camp, my t-shirts all said Nojo on it. I don't know. I don't have them. Shout out to Cam Monk, but
No,
I'm
boo.
sure.
Manavu. Turn
Coming from
around.
Camp Tevrata Manavu, no, Monk like wasn't even on our radar.
It's, it's the only one. It's the only camp that
Come
still
on,
really
dude.
exists, right?
But it's the only camp that's still breathing.
Right.
I think they're still
So
playing
even
hockey.
Camp Diver opened up again,
Camp
but
Yeah, but
Dividends.
it's not the same. It's not the
no,
same.
that's not to say it's a different thing. So yeah, and then so I came up with it, Nojo promo. It kind of
There it goes. There it
flows.
goes.
Listen, I tell my clients, I said when you come up with a name and a logo, it's important to be very crisp. Obviously, you have what's his name, Bash, will tell you because right he does the
Day three. Sponsor.
right,
Also
right,
sponsor.
big sponsor, shout out.
Yep. Go Bash.
He'll tell you logos and names very important to be very crisp and simple, not to be convoluted. And especially if you're printing it on clothing and items, there's
Right.
too many times I get these logos that I'm like, you understand, half your logo's not going to show up, or it's not going to work out well. So
What's
those
your
are
main what's your main focus like for business wise? Like who would be your main like counts? Like guys who are watching
so
this, what's your main objective? What do you go
everybody's
after?
a customer. Everybody's a customer. Happens to be that it's good to be diverse among a lot of industries because over the years you have years where the nursing homes aren't doing well. You have years when the mortgage companies aren't doing well. So anyone who is only in one industry, you're gonna get killed those years. You might be doing great some years, but you don't want to have to hit those lows and not have diverse customers. So and throughout the year, now I'm working with nursing homes. Nursing home week is coming up in a few months. Not it's in May, but over Yantiv, Purim and Pesach, you lose a lot of
You
days.
get those deadlines. Yep.
So I'm already pushing everybody now, but this is the time a year that you have that, and then you have holiday season. We have other customers, so it's good to be all over the place. I've been getting a lot of, especially since started with you guys, a lot of requests for jerseys and clothing. I would say since COVID, I would say going into COVID, I would say 75% of my business was as we like to call tchotchkes.
Right.
since
So those
COVID.
are the
I
magnets and
would say,
pens and
right, pens, again, that's great. Hand sanitizers, post-it notes, mugs, everything you can think of. But now, I would say 75% or more are wearables. Everybody wants it. Walking around, especially you have these nice sweatshirts. So I'm wearing one that I did for myself. Um,
we're giving out, by the
people,
way,
they're
we're giving
walking
out one of those
billboards,
tomorrow, the kids hoodies with the new
right?
style. That we're giving out
Right.
tomorrow. So that's gonna be huge. Hey?
So that's gotta be huge. But that's what people want. They want. The truth is, you walk around Lakewood. I'm sure you walk around Muncie. You don't see people wearing sweatshirts that they pay for.
It's
It's all swag nowadays. It's crazy, and that's what they are. You're turning the populace into walking billboards, which is great for businesses. And if they look nice and classy, the people don't mind wearing them, right? That's the key. If guy calls me up and says, I want a T-shirt to give out, and I'm like, okay, I could do anything you want, but if you're doing something that guys are not going to wear, colors they're not going to want, it's just throwing the money away.
Well, it's
I
worth
know,
it.
I know you.
100%. And it's been, I have to say, you've been great with us, working with me. And yes, we have the junior league, the adult league. You've been great with helping us, um, with our kids' swag, what's going to work well, what do the kids want to see on their jerseys. The kids love the jerseys, but I have to say, you are a
Yeah, fun
tremendous
jersey.
help in giving us different ideas, what's hot out there. With even this, keeping it sharp, giving out the swag
Well,
for the
now
kids, the sweatshirts.
Naftali knows I'm great with colors, so
Right.
Always hard to work with. Yeah, it's complete
Yeah.
colorblind, so I feel I always have to double check everything. But I have to say, it's called Nojo Promo has been great with us
Thank
in
you.
picking and upgrading us, and in our jerseys in softball, just always fresh, cool looking, and like we say, guys are wearing this sweatshirt everywhere. And guys are coming to the basket because they love it. It's a fresh, cool look, and the kids in the junior league, because your advice, we together, we work together, but you're throwing nice fresh ideas. Kids are gonna love it. Kids are gonna love what
Uh,
the
uh,
swag from Nojo.
yeah. You can give. Listen, especially with the jerseys. Um, there are leagues that say, hey, we'll give out jerseys. It's a one and done. Who cares? We just need to have the sponsors happy. And there is something to be said about the sponsors have to be happy. But if the kids don't want, I've been to leagues where the guys don't wear the jerseys during the games. Forget about after the games.
right.
Okay. And then there are ones that you see, I could go through the summer and spring and playing in pickup games, and guys are wearing jerseys from RSK all the time.
Right.
So if you get the right jersey there and the right fit and the right comfort and the look, because we all know that the kids gotta have that look, right?
Yeah,
Um,
kids
they'll
are
wear
they
it.
all want to
So
wear something which is down and cool and all that. If it's not, forget it.
and it's got Riz,
Riz, yeah,
right?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, so we gotta get right. Us young guys gotta get with the lingo. Um, it's funny because I was just doing now for a Rebbe in Lakewood. He has a day camp, and he was wanted to give something out at a reunion. And he said that I offered him something. He said, "Really? It was a magnet. It's a great item. Like I think I showed it to you. It's these magnetic balls. They are rubber
Yeah,
and like a fidget thing."
fidget
And
things.
he had no desire to do it. And I said, "Trust me. You know how I know? Because my kids are my focus
Focus.
group,
Now
and
Tony's
that
a teacher, by the way, so we didn't mention that. So his
right. So
students.
so if I see kids using this stuff, I know what, and you got to get ahead of it because if you remember fidget spinners, regular plain fidget spinners, it was the
Oh, sure.
rage
Oh
for
yeah,
like 6 months. By the
yes.
Oh yeah.
time people giving by the time people giving it out as promotional
Sold.
items, it was over.
Right.
I had offers in my email. I would say a half a year later, fidget spinners that we were selling for $5, they were offering me for $1.
Wow.
You
Wow.
just
Yeah,
couldn't
it's
get
a
rid of
lot
it. The
easier now.
warehouses were full. So you got to get ahead of that. You want to get to the kids the season before, not the season after. Otherwise, it's useless. You want a promotional item to promote your company, not supposed to be lying on your desk underneath
And,
everything else.
and just for everybody who's watching knows, as he said, it's not just sports items. It's not just wearables. It's everything. He does the promotional items from my camp as well. So if you have a camp, besides doing the shirts, he does all our camp shirts every year. We're going to change it up this year, actually, so get ready for that. He also
Ready?
does promotional items. We give out a deck of cards last year. That was a huge thing. A deck of cards with Camp Chevron on every card. The year before, the in thing was those little Bop It games. Remember those
Right?
boxes
Oh,
we
we
used
did
to
it.
use?
We did pop one.
With
Yeah.
the logos. Everybody loved it. So he has all these ideas, and it's anything you could think of, he could think of. You could get your name on it. You could get your company name on
Right.
it, and it's great. And we've been using him, in camp and leagues. If there's parties, I know my brother used you for his
Mm-hmm.
daughter's bat mitzvah for
That's good,
basketball,
right?
right?
Right.
You did a
Mm-hmm.
promotional basketball.
Anything can be printed on nowadays. If it's done directly in China, if it's in a rush, we do it locally. Wearables mostly here, but I've been doing the uniforms and everything in a quick turnaround. We get again, we had a little shipping uh,
Andrew
um,
got our shirts. That was fine.
malfunction on the jerseys. Came a day late, but
They came on time. I just got them.
they delivered just the wrong place. FedEx delivered to the wrong place. I take the blame when listen, we push things sometimes to the last day because we got to get everybody's names on.
Of
But
course.
yeah, but it was Alpha delivery and just delivered wrong place. But the point is, quick turnaround from
Yeah.
China to get jerseys in 2 weeks.
And they package them
It's
beautifully.
crazy.
They package them
Yeah,
beautifully. It's so
we
easy.
got to make your job. I tell my clients, I say, my job is to make your job easier. If your job is, if you have, I call someone up and says, why are you remembering to tell me this? If I wouldn't have remembered, I would have been too late for Nurses Week, holiday, whatever. I said, because my job is that you shouldn't have to worry about it. I worry about it. So
Right. I
that's
don't
the
have to
key.
look for sizes anymore. It's on the package. It's a
Right.
huge time saver. Huge.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
anyway, Naftali, Nojo promo, great MSL sponsor from the get-go. Huge Knicks fan. Sorry about Friday night. Um,
The huge is the Yankees fan. The Knicks is
that's
the
true. By the
casual
way,
fan.
Naftali's
Yeah.
the biggest Yankee fan, and I get on his nerves every night. Trust me. Anytime the Yankees are losing, it's doomsday. As he knows, I'm Mr.
Right.
Pessimist.
They just came out with the projected win totals. The Yankees are number two,
Well,
even
that's
with
They'll
all the
always
doing
they'll
nothing.
always win until they, but they're not built for the playoffs and championship. They'll win games 'cause they're a good roster.
it's one of those
Listen,
But let's go
franchises
Mets,
that
baby.
knows how to
Let's
win.
go Mets,
what can they
baby.
do if the Yankees have a scrub right fielder that drops fly balls? You
Redone
can't.
roster
That's a
this
field.
year. Redone roster for the Mets. Looking
A hundred
forward to a
percent.
great season. And that's it. We're not talking about Yankees
Let's go
anymore. Get
Subway
the heck
Series.
out of here.
Subway Series, right? We'll do that.
By the
I'll
way,
sign up for that.
if you saw my conversations with Naftali, you'd think I was a Mets fan the way I kill the Yankees every night.
Uh, we won't publish some of those rants. That's
Oh my gosh, they're bad. They're bad.
and I hear my Nojo promo
Oh
basketball
yes,
team
let's talk
is
about that because we're gonna get
looks
into the power
good.
rankings in a minute. Nojo promo this season. Last year was a struggle. We know. This
A little
season,
bit.
this
Gotta pay your
season,
dues.
what do you say?
You gotta pay your dues. It takes
That's
time.
right. You got to pay your dues. He knows. This season, Nojo promo, the Sanders team, which your son is still in Sanders
He's in Rabbi Sanders Yeshiva, wonderful yeshiva, great Rosh Yeshiva there.
on my campus. So Nojo promo this season, new and improved. Jack Terrell joined the Sanders team. AJ Moshe Shane, Dovey Shane, and they came up with a big win, 1-0. And we're gonna unveil the power rankings soon, but they're not number 11. I'll tell you that much. They're up there. They are
I
up there.
think
They look good. They look good. They are a team that
is
could win
this
it all.
among all leagues the Notre Dame had a team. This might be their first win. No, I think we've had a couple of wins.
We're looking out for
Couple.
you.
Yeah, listen. You know what? I'm happy no matter what. I'm on the winning jerseys no matter who
That's
wins.
true. You're
So, the league is great. I want to tell you something about what I see because I joined the softball league for a game so
right.
far,
Against me.
and yeah, and I did notice something that I see again. I haven't been in tons of leagues, but something I noticed that the Muncie Sports League is a family. Everybody's fathers and sons and neighbors and cousins, and they know each other. We grew up
Husbands,
together for 20
wives.
years. Okay. We won't.
There's definitely a big.
I don't. Is there
We,
WMSL?
Maybe my mother watches the games. She comes down to the games. She's our
Oh, okay.
number
there's
one fan of the
definitely,
live streams.
I
yeah, there's definitely a
I was
big
talking about players,
camaraderie.
but yeah, but the fans also,
No, wives don't
and
play it.
no, otherwise not yet. And but it's different than I've seen. I mean, it reminds me of the old OVVL, where
That
all
makes
these
sense.
bungalow colonies, because there, when it was really truly just bungalow colonies, each bungalow colony had their own team, so everybody was family in each team.
Right.
and it was history among the bungalow colonies, and it played very well. It's not about winning or losing; it's about having a community. So that's
Yep.
what I happen to really see about the Muncie Sports League, I
Yeah, the
have to say.
camaraderie is great, the competition's great, but yeah, yeah, we look at it as a family too. We always say the MSL family, and that's how we view it, and that's
And
why
me,
it's.
me and Yitz are at all the games. We know all the players. We know everybody basically knows each other. So we definitely that was a big goal of
Right.
ours to make that. So I'm happy it was noticed.
Right.
Yeah, listen. And then and by the way, me and Ezzy are Mukhatanams
That's right.
Kamat. My my wife's first cousin one
Yep.
is Ezzy's son-in-law.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's
Wow,
right.
nice.
See?
There's some
So
Real
big
family.
family connection there,
this
baby.
yeah, let's that's why I got onto our skate team. Ellie pulled me
Ellie
in.
Noman.
Yeah,
Ellie
Ellie
Nolan.
Nolan.
My catcher in
Big
Lakewood,
fan
and
of
now
Nicholas, man.
yeah, right. See?
Ellie Noman. We love
That's
Ellie.
that's the only type of boy Ezzy would take, I'm
Nafi
sure.
Gordon, forget about. Ellie
Nah,
Noman is the
yeah,
man.
who? Nafi who?
Nafi Gordon. That's his son-in-law also.
I know.
Oh,
We were
he's still
teammates on
there.
RSK.
He left early though, right? That
Right, he wasn't there for the championship. Yeah, I don't know if he really got a cap or not.
he's not as his son-in-law anymore.
Yeah. Well, listen, you know what?
Love both
He
my
had to go.
son-in-laws. Love them both.
Yeah.
I'm 2 for 2 so far.
Baruch Hashem, uh, and that's it. And, I'm ready. By the way, I'm ready for softball.
We all are.
It cannot. We got to get some sort of indoor. Just like like a pre-season
Some
outside of
games.
the snow dome. I know they have it in Long Island. I don't know why they can't have it in places like Muncie and Lakewood.
Because Muncie, they don't have anything. We're lucky we get a field here.
Really, it got to be the real estate's not in the outskirts. It's all land. There's got to
I've
be
told you,
places to build these things.
if MSL does well in the next few years, we'll be building one.
Okay, then I'll be there.
We'll call it Nojo Promo Park.
We'll see.
Or if you want, Naftali, Yosef, Abramchik Park,
Just
whatever.
send us the
I told you, things have to be simply easy to say, roll off the tongue. That doesn't roll off the tongue.
Hey,
Not like
hey,
Eddie Cash.
no problem naming it Nojo Promo Park. Just send us that $500 million check, and you are good to go.
Okay, that's I'll just wait till you cash it. Let's date
But
it,
once
quote date it a
again,
little bit.
we really want to thank you for a great partnership. All our years we've been doing
Yes,
this. You
it's
jumped with us early on, and we appreciate it. We love what you do. You're always on time. The kids love it. The adults love it. Everything. So really, a big thank you to big sponsor Nojo Promo. Thank you very much, Naftali, for
okay.
your partnership.
That I listen. I think the thank you goes both ways. It's been great partnering with MSL. I think that there's no point in doing it if there's not something coming back. So understand that I don't think that you guys owe me anything. It's just been a great few years, and looking forward to many years of growing and
Awesome,
uh, and fun. That's what it's all about
awesome.
That's
You
at the
right.
end
know
of
it.
the day.
All right.
Anyway, have a good one. Regards to everybody over
Stay
there, and
engaged. Runs away.
I have to. Truthfully, I gotta find a time to come for a basketball game. Maybe
Well, come
make
on
an
up.
excuse to visit
You're a
my
good
son.
team.
They're good young
Get your son
kids,
there.
and we'll have to figure out. It's a random Tuesday night.
Random
Problem is
Tuesday.
that we got Purim Pesach coming up. I don't when's the season over? Before
After
Pesach,
Pesach.
I'm assuming.
After
After
Pesach.
Pesach?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yes.
wow. Okay, so maybe
Yes.
we'll figure out something. Okay.
All right.
Anyway, have a good walk.
Thanks
Take
a lot,
care, and we'll
Naftali.
talk again. Okay, take care. Bye.
Take care.
All right, Nojo Promo. All right, back to our
Okay.
power rankings.
Back to our
Um,
regularly programmed schedule. Ezzy was
yeah.
going to tell us about Florida, but we're
So
running out
Florida
of
was
way.
cold. I got to see
But
a
tell us
lot of
anyway.
players out there. I saw Grossman. Grossman just randomly ended up on my table. We went out to a restaurant, ate half my food. Of course, there was food, and Grossman was there, and
Most was
you
exactly. That's
know, we saw
some things
Pikus.
never change.
I spent Shabbos with Pikus. We got
Oh, I love
Schreiber.
Pikus.
Yeah, we got. And then today, I got to say, I slept well today. I have a big day tomorrow. eight-time Shasson, and I
Ooh,
know, all day learning.
carrying
And
the world on your shoulders.
yeah, no, there's times to play ball and there's a time to learn. And I know we got a bunch of MSL guys. Just off the top of my head, we have Saki Ackerman, I know, is learning with Tisler. Mike Schlauer is going to be there. And we have at least 10, 15 guys from the MSL. Like I say, time to play, time to learn. So it's going to be great seeing everybody tomorrow by the Shasathon 8 time. So, let's go, baby.
All
Power
right,
rankings.
here we
I
go.
yet you carried the torch last week. I was not around in Florida, like for my second time in the week.
Twice in
Um,
1 week, my friend.
so
Twice
I
in 1 week.
did get to watch a
Wait,
lot of
are
the
we opening
games.
up in Florida? Is that what you're saying? MSL Florida?
I didn't say anything, but I was there for reasons, business reasons. And so I did get to watch. I was at a chas and I came back on Thursday night. And I was actually sitting by the chas and watching the games.
Good.
I was, in a hotel room watching some games. So I definitely picked up a lot was going on. But you carry the torch, it. So power
All right,
rankings
here we
for our
go.
season number 2. Let's get going.
Okay, so we had a great week. Guys who were watching the games, guys who were there. When some of those games ended, the first thing that came to mind was, oh, those power rankings are going to be changing because we had crazy upsets this week, really crazy. And at one point in the in on a Thursday night game, it looked like the championship team was going to lose too. So we were at halftime. We were like, oh my gosh, what's happening? The power rankings are topsy turvy. Great games. Great start to the league. A lot of new players, talented players in the league. When we go through the teams, we'll mention some of them. But new teams, new players, some old players on new teams. And it's great. The talent in the league is it's getting better every year. And if you're complacent, if you're a team that wins 1 year and just is complacent because you won, you're going to fall down very quickly. This league, teams are getting better. They want to get better. Ezzy and I are talking to captains all day. Who can I pick up here? What do you think about this guy? How do I? And they all want to improve because they know if they stay stagnant, they're going to fall. They're not going to stay where they
Yeah.
are in the rankings.
And there were some big moves in the off season. And
Yep.
last season we knew going in to be very competitive. And I'm watching the games now and looking at the rosters, and it picked it up again. And you wonder how can we pick it up a notch with the player
Yeah.
competition, and it has. It really, really has. It
I
was
know.
unbelievable to
It seems
watch.
like there's no ceiling. It seems like there's
Yeah,
no ceiling. Great. So, number 11 in the power rankings, and you know what? It doesn't pain me this year. It pained me last year when it's happened. Number 11 in the power rankings is Vision Vinyl. Number 10 last week going in. As you said, I'm going to be wrong the other way this time. I wasn't wrong the other way. I was wrong. They went down. They had their rivalry game, week 1. They played against Premium Construction. So let's bring the history back. 2 seasons ago, Vision Vinyl knocked out Premium in the play-in game. Last season, Premium Construction beat Vision Vinyl at the buzzer, basically, with our sound shot. And then they got the last playoff spot over Vision Vinyl. So they played each other opening night. Both teams with new players. On Premium, Asher Trindler came back, had a great game. They picked up a Cameron Rosenthal, player of the game, had a great game. They
Stim.
got
They got Stim,
Tim is back.
Gutmacher, right?
Guttmacher from Gotavi from
I so I
Broadfield.
want to know. I didn't watch the whole game. Did Stim throw up a 3-pointer? Did he at least get one 3-pointer in?
Before the game, we were talking like, Stim, your role is just get rebounds, just underneath. And of course, Stim, the 1-3 came to him, he took it.
He was open. Got to shoot.
That's right.
we,
He's good.
we love Stim. We love his game. So yeah, Premium definitely picked up their roster. But Vision Vinyl. I know you now. You have them ranked at number 11, but they picked up Sammy Goldstein. They have this player Amiv, who's a young point guard.
Yeah,
Looked
he's
great.
very
Looked
good. Great
great.
point. Moved him Pell to the 2.
Right? Player Mulgay
Mulgi.
looked from Mulgay. And then they still have Yampel. So there's definitely talent there that I don't see them staying at this number 11 spot. I just don't see it.
But see, I agree. They're so talented. But again, in this league, like, where are they moving up to? I hope they do. They have a great team, and maybe they will, but the league is tough. This guy, Hill Mulgi, big guy, got a lot of rebounds, block shots. He came after the game. He's like, the ref stole some block shots from me. They called fouls. I'm like, when you hit a guy low and you block the ball, it's still a foul. But he had a big game. As I said, Sammy's getting used to playing with the new team. He could put up 20 every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were missing their captain. Nimni was sick. He's always sick on opening day. I don't know why. He's always misses open. I think he gets the jitters, and that's it. They had Tobin, but it was a close game, back and forth all along. But Premium, who always plays close games, they got the W, and Vision Vinyls down to 11 from 10. Again, guys, prove me wrong. I keep asking you guys to do it. Mendy Rosen, it's your guys. Maybe you should come to a game, Mendy. Yitzi Rosen, your brother wasn't there. Mendy, come to a game. Give them a pep talk. You have great pep talks. We know it. Number 10 in the power rankings. I feel bad only moving them up one spot because Speedy Funding had the biggest upset maybe in league history, beating Totally Accounting at the buzzer. Now, this Speedy Funding team last year, second to last place, won one game. The only team they beat was a team that didn't win any games. They missed the playoffs, and on paper, they lost their top two players on paper. They lost Shragi
Parrots, and they lost Shane, right? The
we
top
saying,
two
yeah.
players, you think, and
They
you
didn't
think
pick up
two
anybody. They
players
picked
like
up
that.
not to cement one player, but they lost a lot.
But I'll tell you where their pickup is. Shragi Parrots is a great player, a really great player, but the team just didn't gel well. From watching the game, the Fachis were the pickups because they played with a flow. They were playing well. The ball movement was so different watching them play the other night against Totally Counting than watching them all last season. And this
Yeah,
is, it was a different style of play. It's like, they went more to
they
ball
move
movement
fast.
game,
They move a lot
faster,
faster also.
and the Fachis all of a sudden they're putting up 20, 25 points,
Yeah,
um, and,
25
and, they, and
points.
they look great. And they absolutely look great. Without any pickups, they themselves now playing looser together, and they have talent there. And it was a
You bet
big W, a
huge
big
though.
W.
They
This was a
beat
big
teams. I mean, they
upset.
finished they finished 7-1 last year. That's a huge win. Like I'll tell you the truth. Going in, two things happened that game. Going into the game, first of all, I was speaking to Avi Schwebel during the day, and I said, you're playing Speedy Funding. They didn't have a good year last year. You could tell Yosef Schwebel he doesn't have to make the. I thought he was in Queens still. He wasn't in Queens that day. He shouldn't drive an hour and a half for this game. You don't need it. Avi, you have 9 guys. Tell Yosef to stay back, right? The
Mhm.
refs after the first 2 games, I mentioned this on the status. They're like, we need to lay up this game. Those 2 games, the first 2 games were intense. And I said, you're going to get a layup this game. This is going to be a blowout. They're going to win by 30. And
And,
it wasn't. It was
and it was a
it was
great wild ending. That
wild
I caught the
ending.
first half, and then the last 2 minutes, the
Yeah,
last 30 seconds was missed
great.
going back and forth.
Great.
What an ending! What a
So,
crazy ending! How
yes.
did it end yet?
So
Give me how it ended.
Speedy Funding was up 2. I think Yosef missed a shot. Speedy Funding got the ball, and instead of slowing it down, I'm not Speedy. Yeah, Speedy Funding. Instead of slowing it down, they just ran to take a layup instead of just holding the ball, and they missed the layup. Where are you going? The guy missed the layup. They get Totally Counting, gets the rebound. They get the ball to Yosef, drives in strong. 3 guys coming in, misses it, but that leaves it open for Daniel Cohn with the putback. Daniel Cohn puts it back with like 8 seconds left, tie game. And you're thinking Speedy Funding's calling a timeout, like for sure. Nope, no timeout. They walk it up the court, 8 seconds, 7, 6. Moshe Fachi, who had a huge game, gets into trouble, loses the ball a little, throws it to his brother. He drops the ball, 2, 1, picks it up, puts it up as the buzzer sounds. Swish. Like
Fachi to
martial arts.
Fachi.
Boom. Fachi to Fachi. You see Totally Counting just dejected. And Speedy Funding, you have the kids running on the court. Fachi just walks off like he does this every day. I don't know. Maybe he was
It,
shocked himself.
it was a
But yeah,
great game for them. Totally Counting definitely had a rough shooting night.
we'll talk about that when we get to
We'll
them.
talk about
Yeah.
when we get them. But just
Yeah.
talking about Speedy, I'm excited about
Yeah.
watching the Fachis now play
They,
more loose,
they need
play
they
more
need a big man.
aggressive.
They need a big
Um,
man.
that
We'll
that's
see.
that's true. We'll
We know
see how
Totally
the
Counting's
matchups.
issue always, right? Totally Counting's issue. We always said they don't have that big. Silver
Mm.
wasn't there. They don't have the big guy, and that's good for Speedy. And Speedy was able to get rebounds. Number nine, new team in the league, YU Svarim Sale, led by Avi Beitler. Now these guys are from Waterbury. They played against the champs Smash House, and they had the champs down big early.
I
I
think
think
the
it
first
was
half was 18. At one point, it was 18-6. The YU
18-6
team.
first half. They were destroying them. They were looking at the crowd after every basket. They were getting into it with Akaki and Ayala who stayed for the game. But they were into it. They were up at the half 25-18, and they were looking good. This team is young. They're quick. They got energy. But the second, yeah.
And they're playing against the championship team. And we were saying even after last season, like, who can beat these guys,
Right.
Smash House? They're
And
so
then
good.
first week, you're like, oh
And all
man.
of a sudden, first week, a new team comes in. It's pressuring them. You're like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah. I mean, the champions were missing Malka and they were missing Gutman, but still, they had Langer and Katz, and they had the Kelsons. They had guys. They were missing
They have enough
Shummy.
talent.
They were missing Shummy.
Yeah.
They had some big guys.
Was he skiing
Um,
again?
I asked him that same thing. He had Walden's Vert, Mazel Tov to Walden, former
Oh,
MSL
nice.
player also, Kobe Walden.
Yep, yep.
Mazel Tov to him.
You know what?
Um,
YU, the Waterbury boys, they have nice talent. From I know they only came with five, so I think it
that
hurt
that
them.
that killed them second half.
Right? It hurt them.
Killed them.
We said it last year. The old Smash House team with the Senders guys when they came to the playoff game with only five. It's very a Weissmandel,
Terrell
right?
also.
To Weissmandel's team last season, you come to
Right.
these games, you only come in with
Yeah.
five. It catches up to you. But just watching the games, you had Dahari. Seems like these are all new players to us. So it's
Yeah.
watching them for the first time. Dahari seemed like a really really nice player. Googie, Beitler. They look like a talented group of only, and they only came with five. So I'm sure
Right.
there's more talent with them. They have Gortzman as well playing. He's played in our league
Oh
for
yeah,
the last a
fine
little
size.
while.
Big Crunch's brother, Small Crunch.
Oh,
Smaller Crunch, maybe bigger Crunch. I'm not sure. Also a lefty, by the way, of
crunchier
course.
crunches. It's
Crunchier. He's a feisty kid. Feisty kid. Get some rebounds. But the problem was second half. They got tired. They must have got. They went to a zone second half. You're not gonna win going to a zone against this Smash Us team
against
without being
veterans,
up.
against
I
veterans,
mean, these
experienced
guys are gonna
players.
pick you apart. Langer dominated the second half. He had a tough first half. It looked like they were. I see that a lot with Dovicatz's teams. When they see a weakness on the other team, they try to exploit it early, and they tried, but it wasn't working. It really wasn't, and that's where they went down because they kept going back to it. They went to it like 5, 6 plays in a row. Before you know it, they're down. But the second half, different story. They ended up running away. They won by 11. But this team, this YU Svarm Sale team, is going to be a good team. They're going to be a good team. They're young. They're energetic. They are
Say hi. Now get out of here.
WMSL. They're young. They're energetic. They're cocky. They think they're going to win. Even after the game, I speak to Beitler and Googie, like, yeah, we can for sure take this league. Okay. You just got beat by 11. Maybe you can. You played against the top team. But, they moved down in the standings because
But they're
they're
a
going to be
talented
good.
team, and they
They're
should be
going to
able
be
to
good.
compete with any of the top teams, based from what I saw and knowing that there's more talent to come on that team.
They're going to be good. But right now, they're 0-1. Bottom line.
Yep.
Next, number 8 in the power rankings is, after their big win, David Hassan's Premium Construction and Development. Big win, as we mentioned, beating Vision Vinyl. Again, David Hassan is one of our favorite players in the league.
We love him.
Yeah.
He's just a passionate guy on the court and off the court. Even after the game, he's always looking to improve his team. You know, Analyzing his team. What did we do wrong? What we can do better? How we're going to do better next game? Love his passion, and that's leadership that he
Yeah.
brings to the court.
He's
He's a
real.
leader. He's a
Yeah,
leader.
he's
He's a
real.
real leader. And he's a solid player now. Like you mentioned earlier, he brought this Trimler's back, and or it's called Rosenthal, I
Cam
think was
Rosenthal, good shot, good point guard,
right?
brings him
And
down.
Goodmacher is a really solid all around player. He'll
Yeah.
rebound for you. He'll pass. He'll score some buckets for
Defense.
you.
Shuts people down on
He's
defense.
really and Stim is a rebounder. He's a big man that they need on that team. But
And then they have
Hassan
the
is going to lead that
usuals.
team.
They have
Has,
Zeev,
yeah,
G.
Hassan is going to lead that team. They have right, the G-Man, Ziva. There's a lot of talent on that team, and they play great defense. And I think this season they have more scorers that's going to
Yes,
help them. Right? That's what we always
absolutely.
said about them. They play tough games, but the scoring. It was always on Hassan, always on
Only
Hassan.
Hassan, right.
And now he can play a little off the ball. He can do different things to help his team in different roles because they have more scores and the rebounders are there. I like that team. I like the
Yeah,
team
this
very
was a big
much.
win for them. They needed this win. Both teams needed this win, and Premium got it. So good for them. We're looking for more improvement from them. They're a good team. They're a tough team. They're gonna be strong all season, I think. Number 7, dropping far in the power rankings. It's all the way to number 7 from number 3, totally accounting. Totally accounting. Losing to Speedy, I mean, I got to drop you. I'm sorry. I don't care that you were missing Newman. You were missing Freilich. You were missing Silber. You still had enough guys there. Yosef, the MVP candidate, was there, had a huge game. You had Milstein, Justin,
Justin. Yeah.
Frully Cohn. You had Yoel Ehrman. They had guys there. They had enough guys to win this game, and they could not hit anything. Zero. Nothing going in. They had Daniel Cohn there, Zellinger. I mean, they still had guys there. They couldn't hit a shot.
Joseph was carrying that team. I think he had
All game.
25 points,
All
about
game. It was
25, and he was
crazy.
carrying them. But it was a rough shooting night all around for that
Yeah.
team. Obviously they were missing Frelk, missing Newman. We'll see how much they show up this season.
Correct.
But
That's
like you said, they had enough talent, and Joseph was trying to will that win, trying to will it. And in the past season, he would be able to get there. But the shooting was just a rough night for totally
and they
counting.
couldn't stop Fachi.
Yep.
They couldn't stop him. But yeah, totally counting. They came in with high expectations. 7-1 last year. They lost in the playoffs too, obviously, to Dava Cats and Sefer Chaim, now Smash House team. They got beat bad in the second half, but they're a good team. They're a very good team. And anytime Yosef Schwab was on the court, you think they're going to win, especially against the team they played. And that shows
Yep.
if you are not hitting shots, doesn't matter who you play. The other team is coming strong. They're coming to play all game. And you could
There,
be
there are
beaten.
no gimme game. There are no gimme games
No
this
gimme
season. You
game.
really, I'll say it about Azer. I've spoken to him about always wanting to play top talent. You have it this season that no matter who you're playing, there's no gimme games. There's no. Every team is coming with talent. Every team wants to win. Every team wants to show that they're not the number 11, 10 in the power rankings. And you got to bring your A game. Like I was mentioning to you, is that it seemed like every game was a playoff game in week one. Every team is
Yes,
playing for position already, right? It's amazing.
100%. 100%. I'm actually getting the schedule ready for next week to talk about that. I'll talk about that after for a minute or two. But yeah, this week was play. It was rivalry week. In the
Right?
first week of the season, you don't want to go 0-1. But totally counting, big loss, and we'll see how they do next week. We'll talk about it soon. Number 6, also a loss. A new team, but old guys back. It's the Schulmans, Funres Mortgage. Always play tight games. Fun to watch them. They move the ball around so well. Chaim Shulman, Moshe Shulman, Morty Rudinsky, Zelikovich on their team this year, Zevi Katz. This team is fun to watch. They went into a tough team. They played against Nojo Promo with Farber and Wagner and Terrell, and it was close. It was back and forth. One team went down 5. The other team went down 5. Chaim Shulman had a big
Chaim
second half.
Schulman got hot. I watched that second half where he just got hot. He was not missing. And we missed the Schulmans last season. We're so happy that they're back in the league. And again, they're always going to compete. No matter what, they're going to compete. They played a hard they played. It was a rough matchup for them. Against Nojo with Terrell and Wagner, and the matchup of big men with the guards.
Zevi and
But
Terrell,
yeah,
right?
and
That, that,
but Schulman's team is going to be a great team with
oh, of
Rudinsky
course,
and
of course.
Zevi Katz, like you
Well,
mentioned.
Chaim Schulman was told me before the game like he can't go that full game anymore. He's getting gassed early. I'm like, you got to get used to playing again. It's not easy. He's like, no more coming with 5. No more. We're not. They used to always come with 5. If you remember
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in the
yeah.
day, you get
Always,
1 hour
always.
5 and that's it. And
Yeah.
now, yeah, but they're going to be good. They had a loss. They lost by 5, so they went down in the power rankings from number
I,
5.
I was I was excited just to watch Chaim Schulman get hot. It was just like it just brought back great
It
memories,
was beautiful.
and
Beautiful.
uh, and
When he
and
gets
and
hot.
I'm looking forward to watching that team
And
play
I
this
got to give
season.
Chaim Schulman credit. He did not say the word travel all game.
It's game one. He's out all season. He forgot his go-to line.
He's like, I'm not even bothering anymore. Nothing's a travel anymore anyway. So I'm like, yeah, you take that gather step from like you get the rebound to the other side of the court. It's all a gather. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So
You
they
know,
lost.
the NBA
Clearly
NBA
a little bit.
Euro step NBA Euro step now turned into 7 steps. I don't even know anymore.
Crazy. So we can't question travels anymore, and he doesn't either. So they're number 6. Number 5 is Gotavi. They didn't play, and they got to move up with some other teams losing. That's Menachem Braun's team. Big game this week. Menachem Braun against Wabisseri, his old team. So we're going to look forward to that. We'll talk about that soon. He stays at number 5. Gotavi, great new sponsor in our league. Ellie Stern said he wants to show up to that game. And number 4. Whoa. When did we ever think we would say who number 4 is? Number 4 in the power rankings is Wabissery. Number 4. What's
And this
going
is a
on?
team. This is a team that last season won all season. They went through
Yep.
the power rankings number one. This was a is a wake up call to them. Power ranking number 4.
They
Let's talk
lost.
about them. What's going
They,
on?
they got outplayed by new team day 3. They got outplayed by Josef Damsky's team, which we'll talk about in a second. Wabissery, 3-time back-to-back-to-back champion before last year. They lost in the championship, so they got to 4 championships in a row. They lost to Smash House bad, right? Remember that? They lost by 30. They lost bad. You think you're going to come back. What do we got to do to get better? Problem was, right after the season ended, they lost 2 big players. Pollock left. He retired for a season. Hopefully he'll be back soon. That was their big man, redhead, great shooter. Yossi Pollock, we all know him. And Gav Perlman left to the team that just beat them, day 3. Those are two
Gav was
big.
a great role player on that team. He was a great role player, not the leading scorer, not the leading anything,
No.
but another side piece that a team like that needs. They did pick up
Yes.
Klein, right? A
Sammy
great
Klein, great
defensive
defensive
player.
player. They think he's going to take the Gav Perlman role.
Yeah, he's a great defensive player. Don't know much about his scoring, but I know he's a gritty player. Always was, even in our
He
kid
keeps
leagues
us
when he
really
played a high
hard.
school league. Always was a
Yeah.
hard nosed player. They picked up sent a big guy. Got his
Huge
name.
guys. Sammy Marcus.
Marcus, Sammy Marcus.
6'4", huge. He's tall. He's tall.
Mm,
He blocked some shots. He got some big rebounds. That's huge. A huge pickup for them. Because although they had Pollock last season, Pollock's more of an outside. He's a great defensive player,
mm.
but he's not an inside player offensively.
Correct.
He brings you out for 3. This guy goes more inside, gets some more rebounds. He's a big guy. They picked up another guy, Joseph. Other than that, they're the same team. They had Marenstein there, the microwave. Azer,
Azer and
Goldstein,
Hakin last year's,
yeah,
they still have 2 of the top
Ayal.
few MVP guys in Hakin and Azer, so you expect them to always be on the top team. What went wrong? What do you see that they had such a tough time in week one
So,
that they dropped?
so the first thing was I don't know if they expected the other team to be that good. And the other team from the start, they were hitting shots, a lot of N1s. I know Ben Akakian came a few minutes late, and it's not easy to just get into a game. And it took him time. He didn't score. I don't think he scored to the second half, honestly, if I remember. He came a little late, a few minutes late. By that time, they were already down a little, but they were getting punched. They were getting punched in the face. The other team was. We'll talk about them because they're next. And they're good. They were missing shots. Azer wasn't hitting shots. Kakian wasn't hitting shots. Goldstein actually took a 3, by the way.
Oh,
Goldstein,
really?
he did. He took a 3.
Did he hit
He
it?
was wide
Did he hit
open.
it?
No, he missed it, but he was wide open, so he had to take it. Let's be honest. If he didn't take that shot, he'll never take a shot. Ayal, I think he only took 2 or 3 shots. He hit 2 of
He's
them.
he's got to step up his scoring a bit, and he's capable. Ayala is capable of doing more. He's a great player. He plays great defense. He's a great point guard. But I think he can score more. I think he'd be more of a scorer and help
Yeah,
the
they need
scoring
him.
off
They need him.
Akakian and
They need him.
Azer. They're so reliant on Akakian and Azer. If one of them are off, Ayal got to be that guy to be that.
Correct. And
Especially
they
because
were off.
without Gav used to get you that 8, 10 points, 12 points.
Yeah.
Ayal has to be that guy now.
Marenstein also. Marenstein's
Yeah.
going to have to be that guy now also. All these guys are going to have to come up with more points.
Yeah,
Um,
Merton didn't get a lot of minutes. I know he hit one quick bucket there, and we didn't see him. He was taken out. We didn't see him enough. But Merton is called, Nissi. We always called him the microwave, that mid-range shot. He has it in him where he can score. He can definitely score. They have to, figure it out. But he didn't play a lot of minutes in last game. But he's going to have to score more as well.
so the bottom line is for Wabissery, they're a great team. They're the same team. But again, the league is better. The league's better. You're not going to run away from these teams anymore. No matter how good you are, you're going to be in for a dogfight every match.
Yeah.
And, they lost 2 in a row. They lost 2 games
Uh,
total in the last 4 seasons. and now they
Mm.
lost two in a row.
Wow. But I know Azer and I know Kakin, they look forward to it. They want to play against good talent and they're going to raise their game.
Oh
I
yeah,
know at
they'll
the
be
end,
there.
at the end they're going to be
No,
there.
Kakin will come on time to games.
Yeah.
You got to come on time, man. Don't. I asked him, did you go to the wrong gym again? He's like, no, he was sick. He was sick. So.
But they're competitors, so they
No, they'll
want to
be
play
there in
against
the
the
end.
talent and
They'll
they
be there in
will
the end.
step up. Yep.
Number three, but that also gives a hope to every team, right?
Yep, for
Number
sure.
three, just talking about them with their huge win, 49-40 this week over Wibissery, is day three. Welcome Josef Damsky back to the league, now captaining a team. And he brought some guys. He brought some, as I said, some dogs. They got Dovi Koningsberg again from Braun's team. Guys are picking guys off Braun's team left and right.
Right? We were talking about that before we were doing this about Konigsberg, that he is that MVP player, that he puts up numbers in his scoring, in his assists. He can score from outside,
Rebounds.
from inside, go right hand, go left hand. He's a really great player. And I know at the end of the season, we're going to talk, when we start talking about MVPs, his name is going to be up there. And it was a great pickup for them to pick up Gav, right? Gav was a great pickup for them. A winning player, a guy that does a little of everything, doesn't need the ball all the time in his hand, but when it in his hand, he makes the right decisions. They picked up a player, Jacob Melm.
Melman is their big
I'm
man.
still learning the
Yeah.
names.
Yeah. Had some blocks, had some baskets. His good touch, big pickup for them. So yeah, in this league, you're going to need a big man like that, and he definitely is that. You know, they also have their what's his name? Two new players, Koenig, Yehuda Koenig, a guy Greenstein, Moshe Greenstein, new guys. Another big man who plays big, Ariel Friedman. So they have a team. And as the guys saw on my status when I gave player of the game to Koenigsberg, I said, you guys must have been playing together for he goes, no, we never played together. I was shocked.
Wow. Because even they looked, they played really well against Wabisri, a championship team, a top team, and they looked like, okay, these guys have been playing together for years. They probably played in other leagues together, or camp together, whatever it may be. And when I saw that on your status, and you said, no, it's like a first time playing together. That's
I thought he
impressive.
was
That's
joking.
impressive.
I don't know. Yeah. So great job. I love seeing new teams come in and winning games, especially against top teams. That just shows the parity in the league. And this team's going to be hard to beat. Day three is going to be good. Ellie Bosch, good sponsor. You got yourself a good team. You always ask, get me on a good team. You know who was the angriest about this? Because these guys are competitors. Ellie Smith, Wabissery, he texts me. He goes, am I really losing to day three? There's one team I want to beat. It's got to be Ellie Bosch. Because, they're competitors. They're in the same ballpark. Their companies, right? Web design and web hosting, all that stuff. We love Ellie Smith. He's the MSL provider, right? Day three is a nice sponsor, but Ellie Smith is the guy. Does our website, does everything else. He was not happy. He doesn't watch the games usually, and he's texting me. I'm like, oh my god, Ellie Smith, do you know what basketball is? He's like, I can't believe we're losing this. So
I
yeah,
have to say, I was watching the games I was on the road, so I was watching the games, and it was nice to see that a lot of games, there were a lot of live people watching it. There were, just in the past we had 4 or 5, the numbers were climbing, and it was nice to see that there was a lot of people watching these games, and even after we put status up in our Instagram, the reels and everything, how many views we're getting. So it's really really good to see.
yep, and that leads us to number two. Obviously, when we say number two, we'll know who number one is. But number two in these power rankings, and I have a feeling they're going to be there. They could. Is Smash House. Nope. Sorry. Nojo Promo. Not Smash House. You're not number two. Nojo Promo. New and improved Senders team. We just spoke to Naftali Abramchik of Nojo Promo. And they are a good team. They are well balanced. First of all, they have your guys from last season. You guys who you love. Wags. Schwartzman.
Schwartzman,
Barber.
these guys are great guys. And in the off season, Terrell last season was talking about joining, playing with Wagner. He loves his game and everything. And we were saying, like, is he being serious about it? Is he ready to take on this leadership role and playing with Wagner, playing with these young guys? And then he joined them. I was like, oh wow. And you know what? He is the player. Terrell is the player that a team like that needs.
Yes.
And we saw it this game early. We saw it right away. How a leadership role, when it was time for a scoring option, they needed somebody in the second half of their game. Terrell stepped up, and that's something that the old Smash House, now Nojo, they needed. This is the player they needed. The leadership, a go-to scorer in a close game in the past is like, okay, who are we going to? And we saw them lose so many close games last season because there's no guy, there's no go-to guy,
Yeah.
there's no leader. Terrell and bringing along AJ with him, these are the guys that are going to take Nojo Promo, take Shane, Schwartzman, Wagner, Farber. These guys are going to be so much better because of a player that's a coach. A
He's a coach.
coach, he's going to coach them up. He's going to tell them where they have to be. There's not going to be a panic at the end of the game of where the ball's going. Terrell stepped up big time. Great, having AJ playing, and this team was great to watch. Between
They,
Wagner and Terrell, the amount of rebounds, it looked like they had 25, 30 rebounds combined. It was
yeah,
just
they
like,
did.
right?
They did. They did. And with Terrell there, frees up Wagner to block shots and get rebounds, and the other way around too. They also picked up a guy Teichman, Sender's guy, I think. The guy could play. He jumps out of the building. He could shoot. So that's another big pickup for them. They're going to be good. They're going to be good. We still have to know who's the point guard. We're not sure who the point guard is. Is it AJ? Is it Schwartzman? We're not sure on the point guard. We always know Terrell wanted to play with Yosef Schwabel. He wants to play that point guard. So we'll see who ends up doing it. But right now, they were able, with the big boys, Wagner and Terrell, they were able to dominate Schulman's team in the second half. And they had no answer for them. Even when Zevi Katz was a big guy. So Zevi Katz could take one of them. He can't take both. How many teams have two big guys? We know Smash also has with Katz and Gutman. I mean,
Right.
with
And these are
Lander and
two
Gutman.
legit guys who can run the floor, get a rebound, and run the floor. You don't have it too often. Usually a big man gets the rebound and gives it off. Wagner and Terrell can get their board and just take it.
And
So that's going to be an exciting
what,
team to watch.
and one thing that's very underrated by Terrell, we don't talk about it enough, is rebounds points. He gets assists. He's always in the top three in assists every year. So for a guy who's going to score 15 points and he gets 5, 6 assists a game. That shows he's unselfish, right? Sometimes guys who are high scorers don't pass the ball. He'll pass out of the double team. He brings it down sometimes. He makes the right pass. And when you're playing with young guys, if you're getting them involved early, they play better. They play harder. They're involved. They feel they're going to get the ball. And yeah, he was a great pickup for that team. It was obvious he was going to be a great pickup. We didn't know
Listen,
his personality with them, but
it's going
he
to
looked
go,
good.
but now there's a lot of pressure on that
Yeah.
team now. I mean, they're power ranked number two. This is as high as
Number
they've been. So it's pressure now for Terrell and the group of guys
Yeah.
to stay up there. And now people are going to be hunting them. So let's see how they play in that role.
Number one in the power rankings. They were number one in the preseason. It got hairy there at halftime, but Smash House stays at number one with a huge second half against the up and coming YU Farm Sale, the Waterbury guys. But they dominated second half. Once YU's Farm Sale got tired and went into a zone, Katz and crew picked them apart. Kelsons were hitting threes. Langer dominated. Everybody they were missing Malka, and they were missing Shami, as we said, and they were missing Gutman, and they were missing Gelnick. They were missing some guys, and they still had a huge second half. They're right now they're the team to beat. They stay at number one, and we're looking for someone to knock them off.
You
A
know,
lot of teams can. There's some
yeah,
good
yeah.
teams,
We
but they are
just
number
discussed a
one.
bunch of teams that they can, that can really match up well against them. Langer had a great second half there. From what I saw, a great second half.
Yeah.
But again, that team, they're veterans. So once while you went to that zone, I watched it go into the zone. I'm like, nah, you don't go to a zone against these vets like David Katz and Langer.
No,
They're
but
gonna eat you and pick you apart.
when you bring 5 guys, that's what you got to do.
Yep. But
That's it.
they are the championship team, and they
Until
stay at
someone
number
knocks
one.
them off, just like with
Yep.
Missouri, right? So let's quickly go through the games for this week, just so everybody knows.
So to
Um,
do a quick recap of from 11 ups for
oh
the
yeah,
power
the
ranking.
power rankings one more time. 11 to number one. We have number 11 is unfortunately Vision Vinyl Sorry. Number 10, Speedy Funding. Number 9, Wayus Farm Sale. Beitler's team. Number 8, Hassan and Premium. Number 7, Schwabel Totally Accounting. Number 6, Funres Mortgage, Chaim Schulman. Number 5, Gotavi, Arya Menachem Braun. Number 4, Wabissery, David Goldstein. Number 3, Day 3, Yosef Damsky. Number 2, Nojo Promer, Arya Farber. We didn't even talk about Farber. He had a good game. He had some nice baskets off good passes, and he played defense, got rebounds. He's doing a good job as captain. And number 1, again, Smash House led by David Katz, the great captain, David Katz. So this week, quickly, the games. 7-10 Tuesday. 1-0 Speedy Funding. Who thought we'd say that? Going against Farber, Terrell. If they could win this game, then this is going to be tough. Again, we said they don't have a big man, and they're playing against the 2 biggest guys in the league. It's going to be tough. 8:05 game, Vision Vinyl, 0-1 against, they got a tough one, Smash House. Hey, if they win, they go up, right?
Oh, for sure. Listen, every team is capable. We're saying
Yeah.
these teams have talent. Bring your A game.
But it's never. You're not going to get that easy game. So,
No.
you get Smash House now. You think next week's going to be easier, and you might be playing Wibissery. 9 o'clock in Torn Valley, big game. This is probably the game of the week if the guys show up. Totally Accounting, Schwabel against Chaim Schulman, Funres.
That's a good matchup. That's a good matchup. Good matchup.
Battle. In Mawa, 8 o'clock, should be another good game. Premium Construction, Hassan's team 1-0 against Wayus Farm Cell, Beitler, the Waterbury guys 0-1. Should be a good matchup as well. And the last game of the week, 9 o'clock, also at Mawa, playing their first game of the season, Menachem Braun, Gotavi. Same team as last year. Let's talk about it for a second. They picked up Jacoby's brother, who is better than Jacoby. The older
So
brother,
they say.
He is. Pacey Jacoby, really good. So hopefully he comes to the game. They picked up some other guys. We'll see them this week. But they're going against a very angry Wibissery. Okay, so not an easy match.
You know what? That may be the game of the week.
You're right. You know what? The 9 o'clock
Right?
games. The 9 o'clock games are going to be good. And the bye goes to day 3, coming off their big win against Wibissery. They have the bye, and that is this week's games. Looking forward to this week's games. We're looking forward to this season. It's going to be a great season. As we said, every game is going to be a battle. We got a great
Playoffs. I mean, like we said last week, after the first week, we're like, wow, this was like playoff games. And we're looking at the matchups this week and like more playoff games. It's going to be a great competitive season. Really looking forward to watching all this great talent. And once again, a flow of new young guys joining the league, getting the name out there, MSL, the competitiveness and the league level. The league level is.
We have guys coming from Passaic. We have guys coming from Queens, Teaneck, obviously, Englewood, Waterbury. This is a far drive.
Yeah.
This is a long, and these guys are coming and they're playing. They know it's a good league. They heard it's great teams. They want to beat these great teams, and they're showing up. And it's a beautiful thing when you have a good league, which we have, a talented, competitive league. Guys want to play. Guys want to show off. The good players, the great players, want to come and participate in a league like that. And that's what we have right now. So every week you're going to be playing against a good team. And that's what it is. I'm looking forward to this week.
Awesome.
As he keep carrying the world on his shoulders tomorrow, finish the 10 blocks. I'll try to carry,
You're carrying the torch by the MSL Junior Games. Exciting day tomorrow, giving out our junior swag tomorrow. Good luck with that. Kids are gonna love it. MSL, great league. Kids are loving it, and the adults are loving it. So let's keep what we're doing.
We'll see
And
you,
looking
Tuesday
forward,
night.
great week. We'll see you Tuesday night for sure.
Hopefully next week or so, next podcast or one of the next 2, we start doing Hot Stove Baseball. We'll get to that. But Ezzy, I'll see you Tuesday night. Looking forward to some great basketball. Enjoy your day tomorrow.